My oldest daughter, Heather. That's my wife, I'm sorry. Heather's coming up here to help me. Haley, come on up here, Haley. And Tori, somewhere out there. Tori, come on up here. You guys got your microphones on?
Yeah.
Your mic's on?
I don't know how to turn it on.
Let me see.
Can you turn mine on? Is it on?
It's on, Tori.
All right. Okay, so my family was a little nervous about doing this, a little bit, and but I'm glad they agreed to do this with me. This is the first time that I've ever actually taught with my entire family. So we're gonna see what happens here tonight. But I actually tried to. I wanted to put up the perfect family in front of you tonight. They weren't available, so you have us. But we are a family that is just like your family. We go through good times, we go through bad times, but there's a lot of joy in our family. There's arguing in our family, just like yours. There's chores where Tori and Haley have to do things every weekend, and they don't like it ever, just like you don't ever like it. They get grounded. Heather gets grounded. So it's just like your families. We are not, sometimes, I feel like as a pastor in church that I live in a glass house, and at times that people want to look at my family, sometimes think it has to be perfect. But you know what? All of us were born sinners, and we still are sinners. I know. Some of you are thinking differently. But we are, but we are by no means perfect, but we do want to, as a family, talk to you tonight about family boundaries. But before we get started, I want to show you a couple of pictures of my family. This first one is a picture of Haley when she was, dressing up. I don't think the girls actually
I didn't see any of these pictures before, so...
the next is a picture of Tori with our dog Pepsi. I have another dog, but I don't want to show it to you because I really like it. And the next picture is Heather and Haley out on a lake in a boat. That's when Haley was a little kitty. So cute. Alright, next is me and Tori with my sweet goatee. And the next is my wife and I. We are at Mammoth Cave in Kentucky. And the next is a family photo of us back in Mammoth Cave. We just came out of a cave. And the next one, I show this next picture to show how different my daughters are. They're very different. Tori for a long time was in cheering, and Haley for a long time was into skating. When they were younger, Tori played with Barbies, Haley played with dinosaurs. And so they're very different. The next picture is a picture of my three girls back in the matching dresses days. I just love that picture of them. And the next picture is a picture when the girls were in Disney World. Tori must have done something bad, and I yelled at her because she has this frowny face on right now. And then the next one is the most recent picture a year or so ago. A family picture at Heather's brother's wedding in Puerto Rico. And so that was our picture. So that's our family. So I want our family to actually introduce each other a little bit too. I'm gonna talk to you a little bit about Tori. Tori, she's a sophomore at Maine South High School. And Tori, she's a cross-country runner. She can now actually beat me running. It's for the last couple of years she's been able to be a lot faster than me. Not because I don't really run anywhere, so she's faster. And Tori, she actually makes me laugh a lot. And she makes me cry a lot. No, she makes me laugh a lot, and I think she's one of the funniest kids around. She also passed her driving permit test today. Which doesn't mean there should be driving my truck anytime soon. But, alright, so who's next?
This is my mom, Heather. She owns a clothing store in Oak Park, and today she was actually interviewed by a Chicago Tribune fashion editor.
Yeah, she was.
Woo!
Right? Yes.
my baby, Haley, and she is an amazing, amazing chef. And she's the dearest, sweetest. She cares deeply about people and loves life.
Good.
You guys might know this guy as the bald guy that works at South Park Church, or the guy that
look at
wrote
you.
one of these books. No, but I call him Dad, and he's actually a really good guy. I like going to him for my problems and talking to him about a lot of stuff. He's really nice and funny.
That's sweet. All right, so I want to ask you guys, I want to ask my family, what do they actually like about our family as a whole? So, any one of you can answer. What do you like about just our family unit?
I like that on Friday nights that we get together as a family and go out to a movie or go out to dinner and just get together once a week.
Okay. What else? What do you like about our family, if anything?
I love how we love each other.
Tori, what do you like about our family? I know you have a long list, but we only have time for one.
On Sundays, us girls go to the mall, and he doesn't know this, but we always go secret shoe shopping and buy shoes.
Yes, I actually do know that. Yes.
Well, now you do.
And they get their nails done, but I actually like that because they get to go have early time and I get to watch football. Yeah! All right, I think it's important for families to have fun together. I think it's important for families to be kind of cheerleaders for each other as well. I remember this summer when I would go to Haley's softball games a lot. Every once in a while, sometimes I'd force Tori to go, every once in a while she would just go. But I used to love it when she would cheer for her sister when she's up to bat, to the point of embarrassing her, okay? Which was, I kind of just enjoyed it, you know, when she was up to bat and Tori's. When you go to softball games like that, girls softball games, there's only the families of the kids that are there, so there's not very many people that are ever at these games. So you really notice when people are getting cheered for, and so I used to like it. But I think we all need to be cheerleaders of the people in our family. You guys can be cheerleaders of your parents. When your mom or dad's doing something good at work or whatever, encourage them and cheer for them. When your brothers or sisters are doing some things in school or whatever in athletics, you can cheer for them too, and I think that helps bring you closer together. But tonight we're going to talk about family boundaries and why they're important. So Tori, I'm going to ask you first, why do you think family boundaries are important?
I think they're important so we can respect each other and get along all the time.
All right, so family boundaries are important to respect each other and get along. Heather, why do you think family boundaries are important?
I don't think they're important. No, I'm just kidding. They're really important. It's good because you're respecting each other.
Okay. She says a jokester. All right, I want to also talk about what family boundaries actually are not, and then we're going to get into some other things about our family and how we do some of those things. So Haley's going to tell us, give me one thing that family boundaries are not.
It's not an attempt to control someone.
Right, it's not an attempt to like manpower somebody where you're remote controlling, you're not going to try to control somebody. Setting boundaries defines what is acceptable and what is not. In our family, we have what is called AT. And AT stands for what?
Anderson Talk.
Anderson Talk. And so that means that only we talk about that. And I think we're pretty good at keeping that within our little tight circle. So when we talk about something, and we say this is AT, it's Anderson Talk, and nobody else knows about it. It's just our family secret. It's personal. It could be that it's something bad happened, or we got into a big argument. We don't really think the whole world needs to hear, about our junk in our lives, so we keep that as AT. And also on the good side, whether it's charitable giving or whatever else, we talk about it as a family, but nobody else really needs to know about it. It's just AT, it's Anderson Talk. And probably your family, you have some of that too. Maybe it's an unwritten thing, but if we are ever concerned, Heather or I, about whether we think something should get out or not, we make sure we let them know this is AT, it's Anderson Talk. It's not meant to control somebody, it's just a boundary that we've set up in our family. What else, Haley, that boundaries are not?
Setting boundaries is not a threat, or it should not be a threat to someone.
Right, setting a boundary isn't a threat, but it is sharing what the consequences might be. It's not. You can share what the consequences are if a boundary is broken without it being a threat. But I think it's important that when you're setting boundaries, the consequences have to be on the table as well. All right, how many of you, let me ask you,